Yes, people, what's going on? We're active. The international break has now finished, but it's brought some interesting events, shall I say. With a game last night, we had quite a few World Cup qualifiers. We had a playoff final, which, if you actually won, it doesn't actually directly get you into the World Cup because you still got to go into another playoff final. But we're gonna get to that. But the main game that I need to focus on today is probably the Nigeria versus DR Congo. Right. It's an interesting game with some interesting reactions. The game in normal time actually was 1-1, went extra time, still 1-1, went penalties, and I believe DR Congo won 5-4, which, for them is a crazy result because it gets them an opportunity to be in the World Cup next year, which will be the first time under DR Congo that they'll be in the World Cup, which is, that's impressive. But we're not going to see Nigeria at the World Cup again. I believe they didn't qualify for 2022 World Cup in Qatar. I'm pretty sure they lost a final then as well against Ghana. I'm pretty sure. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm confident on that. So yeah, it's not looking good in Nigeria's camp at the moment. I watched the highlights of the game. The play is just, for the players they've got, I don't know what's going on. They're just one style of play. But the gaffer was not happy. He was not happy. He was going off on the side. He's claiming all sorts that DR Congo were pulling off to grab the result, especially during the penalties. Listen, look, there's a video actually. Let me show you a video of what he was even saying.
Eric, coming towards the end of the game, I could see that you were a bit frustrated with maybe some of the DR Congo. Could you give us an update on what happened there?
During all the penalty decision, a guy of Congo did some voodoo. Every time.
Nah, he's saying one of the members of the DR Congo team was doing some voodoo to try and, do some magic to help DR Congo win the penalty shootout. I mean, there's excuses and then there's excuses because this is a bit of a reach. Personally, I think some of the decisions he made in the game affected the result as well. He took off Osherman for the extra time, which for me doesn't make sense. If you're chasing a goal, he's definitely one of, if not Africa's best player. He's a goal scorer. He's a finisher. He's proven that, and he's Nigeria's best player. So why would you take him off at that time in an important game? Doesn't make sense unless he had an injury that no one knows about. But yeah, it just doesn't make sense to me. But let's finish off what he's saying anyways.
Every time, so this is why I was a little nervous after him.
Yeah. What did you see?
Yeah, something like that, with the I don't know if it's a water or something like that, so I don't.
Quel est votre message au
Yeah, so he was like they was waving a water bottle, doing some voodoo and stuff. That's that's a crazy assessment of how they went out, really. Because I thought, as I said, I was talking about their style of play. I watched it in the final third. It was abysmal. Their link-up play wasn't great. They only had one style, which was just to put the ball in the box for Osherman. There's no quality on the delivery. So the end product was just poor all round. And even the goal they conceded, I'm pretty sure it came from Iwobi giving away the ball or losing possession. It's just a mess there. There's a lot been going on in that camp, especially this camp. There's a lot been going on because there was a lot of attention on Iwobi because he posted a story on his Snap when they was playing Morocco away, I believe, around in the hotel they were staying in, and that brought out a lot of controversy as well in regards to how much money is being spent on the accommodation for players. so they can lock in and focus. Yeah, but that just brought all sorts of controversy, and then Iwobi ended up having to come out and explain himself when he actually didn't even say anything in the video. It's just nuts what's going on around there. But when I talk about the Nigeria squad, let's have a look at the squad. Look here, yeah. We've got Victor Osimhen. As I said, he's arguably Africa's best player at this moment in time. He's definitely one of their most valuable. He's got his market value at 75 million euros. This is the Nigeria squad, yeah. We have Lookman, we have Iwobi, we have Bassi, yeah. Them four there, you're expecting quality because they do deliver at the top levels in European football. So you're expecting that's a good team. It's a very, very good team. I even think there's... Hold on. Where's guys like Oleaina then? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe one in this squad. This might just be the squad for the last for this camp against Gabon and DR Congo. I'm not too sure. This might be just be the squad, but it looks like a few players are missing from there. But they got a calm squad. They should be delivering. It's a shame to not see them at the World Cup, to be honest. I know they're getting grilled on social media for not making it. But that brings me on to what happens after this African playoff final to get into the World Cup next year. Because majority of people are thinking DR Congo have now qualified, which is actually not the case. And from what I learned, they've got to go into another tournament it's a 6-team playoff tournament from, I believe it's some from each region, continent, whatever, to play off for the last 2 places in the World Cup next year. So let me switch over to this article. Look, it says DR Congo held their nerve in a compelling shootout to join Bolivia and New Caledonia at a 6-team inter-confederation tournament, which will provide the final 2 qualifiers for next year's World Cup. And then underneath it says the winners of the second leg of the Asian playoff between Iraq and the United Arab Emirates and the 2 best third-ranked finishers from the third round of the CONCACAF qualifying will complete the field. Right. So they got to go into a playoff, as I said. That's it's a big task. It's a they got every chance. Every team in there's got every chance, to be honest. And just hope we see different teams into the World Cup. So this is a good idea, but it's a lot of games. It's a lot of playoff finals to be qualifying. Like why wasn't that enough? It's a bit confusing for me. Let me see if I can try. I gotta try to find the video of the coach for Nigeria when he was bugging out. He was going mad. He lost his mind. Let me switch over. Yeah. He didn't even watch the penalty. He didn't even see the penalty. He's just bugging out. He's lost it. He's just running straight for them. He even picked up the bottle himself. But I guess it was a bit too late. The thing is, yeah, it's just crazy. I don't think he's even been in the job too long. I think he's been in the job since January. But it's tough. It's tough. Because I know his target that he would have been given was to qualify for the World Cup. I think they even, in their group for the World Cup qualifications. I think they even finished second. They started to pick things up recently in terms of their results, but overall, from a team with that amount of quality, it's just not good enough. But on DR Congo, it's impressive. It's amazing. I thought they played well. They definitely improved. I don't know whether they improved or Nigeria just got worse, but from the extra time, the later stages of normal time and extra time, I felt were dominated by DR Congo, and they definitely deserve something from the game because I thought they played well. Even after going a goal behind really early on, I thought they played very well. And yeah, so hopefully we see DR Congo, at the World Cup next year. But as I said, there's 2 spots. There's going to be 6 teams that have to play off. Who knows? We'll come back to whenever somebody qualifies. But for now, guys, that's a wrap on that. If you think DR Congo will make it through that 6 Interconfederation playoffs, let me know in the comment section. Let me know what you think about Nigeria. Was the Voodoo is what put them off and that guided DR Congo to victory, or were they just not good enough? They weren't at the races. Let me know what you think, guys. Help out the channel, support the channel, drop a like, comment, and of course subscribe to the channel. We got targets to reach. It's all community love, so yeah, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.